Everyone. Good morning, everyone. I'm Hemy. Thank you for joining us for our themed cooking show. I will share screen so you would know what is our theme for today lah. Okay. Sekejap. So I'm your host for today. So today I'm wearing baju. I think it's a baju kedah ke apa, entahlah. Anyways, I'm in my kampung right now. That's my rumah kampung, and I'm making lemang. But today our cooking show is called Let's Have a Date, because there's a lot of dates at home. So I'm your host, and we've got breakfast bar by Dr. Kumu, juice by Jaya, and pudding by Chui. So we'll just get on to it lah. So I have a tendency of going very fast. So I hope y'all will watch the recorded version after this. Okay. So okay, first of all, we come under UNO branch. Our leader is Ezrin, and we've got two teams. So our team is the glamorous Thermomixers. So we are called Glamomix. There's about 280 active advisors, and they come from all walks of life. So if you notice, we have three chefs today. So Kumu is a medical doctor. Jaya is a certified nurse. She turned into a lecturer, and now she's an entrepreneur. And Chui has her own business. She's a tuition teacher. She's got her own thing going on. So we've got a lot of support going on. As you know, Thermomix is all about our after-sales service. So we've got an excellent Telegram recipe library. So you know the machine is from German. So we have our own recipes. Like yesterday, everybody, like it's now Raya, right? In a few days' time. So everybody is asking about the best dodo recipe. So we've got so many dodo recipes going on. So you get this in our Telegram. And then we also have this WhatsApp support group, which is like 24/7. You're not just assigned to one advisor. So everybody thinks that if you buy from one advisor, that's the only advisor who's going to be advising you in that sense. But no, we have this support group where all the active advisors are grouped together, and you can just ask any questions any time of the day, and they'll be able to advise you. So I think like this morning, there's somebody asked about mee goreng, mama, how to make sure that it doesn't patah and all that. So you instantly get replies from different advisors. Yesterday, somebody asked about caramelizing sugar, tak jadi, and then like within minutes you get, and then they are able to repeat the recipe because tak jadi the first time and actually jadi. So that's the kind of support group we are in lah. And then we have themed weekly Zoom shows like what we do. So we like to have fun. It's all about, my masak-masak. We used to do it when we are young. So now we actually get to do it when we are much older. So like today, we are having a date. And then because it's going to be Raya, so we sort of chipped in, and we're helping our Malay sisters. So we're all dressed up, and I'm going to be doing this today's show for Raya. Okay. So let's see. My life before Thermomix, I'm not much of a cook. I'm a great eater, but not much of a cook. So I used to be working. I retired at 35. That was pre-COVID. And when, like a few months down the line, then it was the lockdown. So I had no choice. I had to start cooking. So that was like the first time in 8 years of my married life, I actually cooked for my husband. So it was always the same chicken dishes. Like it's either chicken curry, chicken sambal, chicken kicap, and chicken paratella. So balik-balik the same chicken. So what happened is sometimes when I make chicken curry, sometimes jadi, sometimes tak jadi. So that was the issue with me lah. So I don't know how to cook means, like I said lah, it's always the same kind of recipes. I wouldn't try to experiment. Even if I experiment pun macam tak jadi kind of thing. And then I started we wanted to start baking. I was never a baker, so I had my own handheld mixer. I had to buy an extra scale. A scale and all that. Then it's like trial and error kind of thing lah. So I had all that, and then end up got so many things in the kitchen. If you see, you use. If you don't see, it's like after maybe a month or two, then only you start using kan. So like I was mentioning, I started cooking for my husband. What happened is I would cook, and then we all will sit down and have lunch together and all that when he comes back for lunch. And then he has to do the dishes because like there'll be like so many dishes to wash, all those pots and pans and all that. It was really, really very crazy. And then sometimes macam hangit-hangit dekat bawah, and then you got to rendam it. It was a lot of work lah. And then food allergy, I've got two kids. One is 6, and my son is an MCO baby, so he's about 15 months now. My kids don't have allergy lah, but I do know some kids have eczema, and they are nuts intolerant, or they could be lactose intolerant. There has been a lot of issues with children having a lot of allergy, and food allergy and intolerance to certain foods and all that. Then of course, during MCO, during the lockdown and all that, we all tried to cook our own food, with masak apa hari ini and masak apa tak jadi kind of thing, all those Facebook and all that. And then everybody else started, using food delivery. It was either GrabFood, Foodpanda, or a lot of people were starting to cater their own food. They cook at home, and then they were doing catering and stuff. But all that actually came with a bill, of course, because you can't exactly cook so many kinds of different dishes at home. It takes a lot of time, and then you got to experiment, and it was a lot of work lah. This is my life lah before Thermomix. And then so like what I like is, of course, a family that eats together, prays together, stays together kind of thing, right? So of course we want our family to be together. So I remember during MCO, the thing that we missed most was actually having lunches and dinners with my parents lah. So when it was finally lifted and all that, the first thing we did is we all got together. We did our shell out sessions. All of us sisters, we've got 4 of us in the family. All of us came down, and then belaga bontot and all that, in the kitchen. All of us tried our own dish, and also that we all can sit down and eat together and all that. But of course, at the end of the day, we want it to be easy. So with Thermomix, you see, what you get is actually a clean kitchen. It's not just a clean kitchen though, it's actually a clean house. So like yesterday, if you all have gone through my Insta story, there is one particular person who did 1.5 kg of bawang goreng. She's actually prepping for Raya and all that. That's a lot of bawang, So like usually she'll take about half a day to actually do that. So with Thermomix, it was just so effortless. There was no splatter of oil in the kitchen, and she was actually done. And she even managed to pray and bathe, she managed to do a lot of things in between, because the machine actually makes it so easy to cook. Then of course with Thermomix, it's actually all about healthy cooking lah. So even though you are frying things in that sense, frying bawang and all that, you don't exactly use a lot of oil lah. And that's what essentially family is all about. We want to be together, eat together, and we want it to be easy and fast, so that one person is not assigned to doing the cooking, and we all want to stay healthy together lah. Okay, I hope you all understand me because I'm going so fast. Okay, so back to Thermomix. This is a German product. So the company that it's from a company called Forward. It has been around since 1883. It started off actually as a carpet cleaning company, and then somewhere in 1961 they started a blender. And it was like a regular blender with plastic bowl and things like that. And then 10 years down the road, they actually introduced a heating element. So instead of plastic, they actually put in the stainless steel to resist heat and stuff. So what it could do is it could blend, and then you don't have to transfer from a blender to a wok or a Dutch pot or something like that. You could right away make your soup and all that. But it was pretty much confined to just soups and juices for that matter. So right now we are in our 9th generation, and I must say it's like the most high-tech invention of all, because it is Wi-Fi connected. It's actually touch screen, and you only have one knobs. Most of our, even our parents at 60s and 70s right now, they all own actually a smartphone because it's so easy, it's so user friendly. You don't exactly have so many buttons going on, and with Thermomix, it's just that you just have one knob, that's the on-off button, and everything is touch screen, and it's so simple to use. As long as you can read, even a 5-year-old or 6-year-old, like my daughter, she handles it like a pro. All you have to do is read next, and then you just follow as it goes. So why it's such a great machine is we keep talking about how great the machine is. We're not just cakap kosong saja lah, because like every 23 seconds, one Thermomix is sold around the world. if you were to look at the company as a whole, their total revenue annually, it goes beyond billions. And 50% of that revenue actually comes from Thermomix itself. And this is sold in over 80 countries. When you actually buy the machine, they have about 8 languages. You know, their main page has about 8 languages going on. So you could pick like different English as well, like US English or Australian English. And the recipes are like from all over. Like I've actually made cafe latte, a Czechoslovakian recipe, and all I had to do is Google translate it, and I was able to do it. You can't do that with a multi-purpose cooker. You can't do that with you know, whatever that you want. I mean, all those high-tech kind of machines, like you actually get to use it with Thermomix. So it is 6988. I'm not going to talk about the Malaysian currency because we all know about the Malaysian currency. But at the end of the day, it's 9 ringgit a day, which is going to be so much cheaper than your regular food delivery, because even if you're going to use Grab, the food is going to cost a bit of money and delivery is going to be charged on top of it. Even if you were to buy from a home-based catering, they usually sell you the food, and then the delivery is always an outside rider that you have to charge extra. So with 9 ringgit a day and at an average lifespan of 15 years, I'm telling you, this is like the best investment ever. Not just for you, you know, like if you were to buy a 13 Max Pro iPhone, you only one person gets to use it. With this, everybody gets to use it, from old people to young people. Everybody gets to use it. You can put it in your porch. You can put it anywhere you want in the whole house. Okay. So next is the machine. So I'm going to stop sharing because I'm going to show you the machine itself. How do I do this? Oh, I'm going to stop sharing. And yeah. Hi. Okay. So this is how the machine looks like. Can you see it? Oh, can you see it?
I think you need to turn off your background
Oh,
line.
Yuka. Oh gosh. Okay, how do I do this? Okay, it's a bit messy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is how the machine looks like. Ta-da! A lot of them tell me, wow, it's such a big machine. Yeah, it is. So it comes with a base, and this is the touch screen with a knob. So the base is where you actually insert this bowl. So you know, it's a German machine. So the heart of it is where the motor is. So the motor is actually at the bottom. It's frictionless. There's no heat emitted. So if you notice at the back, excuse me, you don't have a cooling fan. So it's just nothing much. It's just it's nothing for you to clean. There's nothing for you to like vacuum or something like that. There's nothing of that sort. So the machine is if you see, it doesn't even have those ugly looking sockets, you know. It's such a clean finish. And when you actually put in the mixing bowl, talking about the motor. So the motor is like, it goes from 40 RPM is revolution per minute. It goes up to 10,700 RPM. So if you were to measure the diameter of the blade and all that, it actually translates to 235 kilometers to 250 kilometers per hour. It's like a fast car driving, you know. So actually the blade is tak tajam. It's just that because of the speed, it actually gets to mill, you know, it gets to crush your ice. It gets to mill your lump sugar. It gets to do everything like from juicing to cooking to even how do like blending, chopping, just because of the speed. You get to control it. So it comes with a mixing blade, which is placed at this bottom, and this is about 2.2 liters. This stainless steel, high quality stainless steel mixing bowl. The best part about the blade is it actually goes reverse. So if you want to saute, you are so scared that the sharp end is gonna chincang your chicken and all that, which doesn't happen actually, because when you put reverse, it actually stirs for you. So we all call it a German maid because it does all the cooking. But I met this one person who actually went like, you know what? That's not the maid. We are the maid, you know, because we are putting things into the machine. The machine is cooking for us. Actually, we are the sous chef and the machine is actually the chef. So the thing about this is it comes with a lid. So it's got a lubang. So whenever you put things and all that, it actually will fit nicely on the top. And then you have a measuring cup to fit into it. So It's funny, like everybody will go like, why is it called a measuring cup and all that? It's because it's got a 50 ml and 100 ml markings inside. So what you could do is you can actually, I use it for putting rice. When I cook rice in the machine, I actually use this cup. I don't use any other cup. Like, it's so easy. So if you look at it, this is where you actually put it. And then it's got so many functions. Like if the leader, like I've made, see, Biscoff spread and, like Nutella, chocolate hazelnut and all that. So when I want to put it into the jam jars, I actually use this as like a tape. So when I want to pour, I actually pour it like that. So it doesn't tumpah in that sense. And then sometimes when I make my mihun goreng and all that, so when I put this measuring cup, my mom, she likes to do this. She likes to sprinkle fried, egg on the top, So like naturally, if you're going to do it over the stove, you have to cook the mihun goreng on a wok. And then separately on a frying pan, you have to cook the egg. And then you've got to sprinkle. This one no need, You just break the egg. You pour here. And then you just like lift it a little bit. And then it's going to drizzle inside. So when actually your mihun goreng is done, a lot of people ask me, you actually cook mihun goreng in a blender? Yes, I do. When you actually look at it, it would be like how you cook on the wok lah. It's no different, It's like, it's as though you are cooking. If somebody were to eat the food, they won't even be able to tell you whether it was cooked by a Thermomix or actually by a wok. Like some people are so worried about the taste and texture. Nothing is going to change. Okay. So, where was that? What else do we give you? We give you a splash card. So this machine doesn't do three things. It doesn't bake, it doesn't grill, and it doesn't deep fry. So deep frying means it's not going to do your ayam goreng berempala, because at the end of the day, we want healthy cooking kan. But it actually cooks crispy shallots. It makes crispy shallots, like I was telling you about the bawang, and then it can actually goreng your ikan bilis. So when you're going to goreng in that sense, you actually put this right on top. This is how you put it. It's got a safety feature. 2 times it will ask you, did you put the splash card? Did you put the splash card? Yes, I did put the splash card. So like even like a 13-year-old or a 14-year-old is not going to forget, because it will actually alert you to put the splash card. So when you put it like this, none of the oil is going to splatter. As it is, you're going to be using only 1 or 2 tablespoons of oil. When you actually put this, there's like no oil splatter lah. So when I make my ikan bilis goreng kan, my bowl will actually be wet. And then I just put in the oil. And then my ikan bilis also, I just like, cuci bilas. And then when I put it inside, it's not going to like pop, 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 pop. And I'm not going to get the, those things that we always get when we actually fry ikan bilis on the stove kind. So this is what you call a splash guard, splash oil guard kind of thing. And then my favorite, the simmering basket. So the simmering basket is actually, it's able to fit into the mixing bowl. Like this. So ever since I bought my Thermomix, I've been eating nasi kukus lah. So over here, I use this measuring cup to get my beras. I'll put it inside here, and then I bilas my beras inside here. I don't have to worry about the beras jatuh or whatever. Then I put it in here, I put water inside, then I kukus my rice, just like a rice cooker. And then you get a butterfly whisk. So it looks like a butterfly. So what you do is when you want to actually masak ikan, I've made like ikan masak nyonya, ikan asam pedas and all that. You just put your whole chicken, whole fish inside now. You just like lengkok your fish. And then when you put this in, the fish is not going to break. Or you want to do like whipping cream and all that, you actually use this. So this will act like your 5th and 6th blade together with the 4 existing blades of the mixing knife. And it's going to whip it up, and it's going to be so pretty. Like somebody day before yesterday, made this Japanese cotton cheesecake. Oh my goodness, it was so pretty. And all she needed was this. So happy. Everybody is going back to the east. Everybody is like, for the first time after 2 years, they're actually heading back for Raya to the east of the country. I mean, like, Kelantan, Terengganu kind of thing. So everybody is like super excited to do different dishes. So apart from that, we have this thing called spatula. So spatula is canggih lah. You actually use it to scrape things down, because when you're cooking in a blender, it tends to, because of vortex, it will go and lekat dekat tepi. But this thing will just scrape down, and then you can just continue cooking. Or you can use it to hold your rice cooker, sudah masak, and then you can do this. You open it up, and then you tuang your rice into like a lovely bowl and all that. or when you like masak and all that. Also, like when you it's so interesting that when you actually put it on the table, it doesn't roll off. It's got like a stopper like that. So like I have this Korean thing I bought on Shopee lah. Like when I used to cook over the stove, I have to put it so that dia tak kena the bawah. But then end up I have to cuci like 2 things. So like this one, you don't have to cuci 2 things, so you just cuci 1 thing only. It's so much easier like that. What else? Oh, when you're making ice cream, it's so amazing. Through the hole here, you actually put this, and then it will be like, you actually churn your ice cream kind of thing. Like it's like super cool. Okay, apart from that, you get a UFO called the Varoma dish. Varoma because it's called vapor and aroma. So you get to put your chicken and all that inside here. And then it comes with like trays. You get to put your fish on top of here or your bayam and stuff like that. And then it comes with the meat. And then it will sit properly on the top and it will look like this. So there you go, my robotic cooking appliance. And I'll go back to, excuse me. And I'll continue sharing. Where do I share screen again? Excuse me. Okay, did I think I covered everything. Yeah. So it's German technology with French creativity because cooking is actually from France. So from Wuppertal, Germany, it drops by at this place called Samco in France, and then gets everything done and all that, and then it's actually shipped to Port Klang, and you get your machine from Kota Damansara. Okay, so next. Our first chef. Okay, so let's have a date. Am I on time? Let's have a date with our Glamomixer called Chui. You can follow her on her IG called CY Home Living. So today she's gonna make yummy sticky date pudding. So to you, Chui. So how do I do that? I'm supposed to stop sharing, and I'm supposed to, find Chewy. I'm doing this for the first time, so you gotta, okay. I'll replace spotlight. Yay.
Hi everyone. I hope you can see me and can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so good morning everyone. My name is Chui and I'm very welcome you all to join our Sunday Zoom live demo. So I hope you will enjoy our sharing with you. Okay, so today is my first time sharing with you. So what I'm going to do today is sticky date pudding because kita tahu kan, because lepas puasa everything kan, so you will have a lot of leftover kurma ka or whatever kan. So we will think of apa yang kita kena buatkan, entah buat apa dengan leftover kurma ini. So one of the ideas that we can use it to do is dengan guna kurma ini kita buat itu date pudding. So the recipe actually you can follow it in the cookie dough. So I will going just to start it. So yeah, you can see I have two Mr. German here. So this is my TM31 and this one is the latest version TM6. So I will just start cooking. Okay, and then you have to preheat. So I already done it. So my oven is at there. Okay, after that, lepas tu you have to grease it on a bowl. But I'm using this one because tonight there is a people coming, so I will make it a little bit banyak sikit. Okay, so yeah, of course you have to lean it a piece of paper and then you grease it. Lepas tu, and then you can go continue next, and then put it aside, and then okay. So dia suruh kamu simpan itu kurma. So the kurma already rendam yesterday. Lepas tu, I already kasih cabut dia punya biji. So I will put it inside my. Dia bilang 200 grams. So I will just put it everything. Can't you see so easy? We have built-in scale here. So I just put in saja. Thermomix that you can pakai cantik-cantik untuk masak, you know. It's like I always pakai cantik-cantik when doing masak with Thermomix, because if you cannot pakai cantik-cantik if you masak with stove. So after that, you already wait, and then you go to the next one, put in the lid, and then continue. It will help you to blend it 7 speed. Yeah, so once dia done, dia akan bernyanyi, okay? So I like the sound, very nice. So this is the done chopping. Then go to the next one. Because I already rendam yesterday, so they are a little bit sticky lah kan. So this sudah chop. If you don't want rendam pun okay, you can straight away potong and then simpan ke dalam. Lepas tu tambah air 300 gram. Lebih sikit tak apa. Ya, okay. Kalau ada lebih sikit pun tak apa. Sikit saja, okay. Jangan terlebih banyak ya. Lepas tu, okay, you done. And then you go to the next one. Ya, dia suruh kamu simpan balik ini measuring this lid here. Lepas tu masak dia. Okay, so all the time and the temperature and the speed already set. So you just need to turn on itu apa button saja. Okay, dia kamu masak sendiri. So what is so dia one thing is so good about Thermomix kan, so dia boleh masak sendiri. See this within this 5 minutes kan, kalau you at home you actually can do anything that you like. So what I'm going to share with you today that is by using Thermomix kan, you can see. Now everyone can bake, wait, and knead. You see kan? Kalau dulu kan suruh saya buat cake kah? I like this one, okay? Cake kah ataupun mantau, sorry. I never do this before I had this Thermomix. I remember when I bought roti pun, itu time saya bila when I was primary school, time itu pun lama sudah. So after that, even though I already married, I never bake because I feel so apa susah, because you want to mix all the dough and then you want to knead. If I like to for me, like I'm Chinese kan, saya suka makan itu mi hong ke, so I need to mix and then I will dirty up all my hands. Semua tangan saya akan dirty and then I have to kasih kneading long time. So saya tidak suka because I don't really get the good texture. So by using Thermomix ini kan, you just can mix it everything just perfect. 2 minutes saja. Just like this morning kan, I make mantau. Okay. Yeah, you see, 2 minutes saja. So this one I make it this morning saja. This mantau. So 2 minutes, dough jadi. So we using Thermomix kan, so memang senang. If you want to do bread kah, cake kah, ataupun mantau kah, even though you want to make your own pasta, you want to make your apa siumai, and then even though egg tarts, then everything you can do it by using Thermomix, okay? And then besides that, you also can get 100% natural, healthy lifestyle, healthy, delightful, bringing joy every day. You see, it's because by using Thermomix, you can mix it just within like 1 to 2 seconds, and then you will definitely get something that's very nice. And then you can, and then apa yang kamu boleh dapat dari Thermomix kan is betul-betul like no coloring, and then it can be like no preservative. One thing that I like using this one, because I love to make jam. So once I already had my Thermomix, I always do jam. So I always get 100% natural, jam yang fresh and tiada preservative, and then it is good for my son juga. So you see, so everything you can get it here. So let us see, check with our time. We still have another 1 more minute. So you see, for example, you even can get ice cream. Yeah, I haven't tried before, but I tried this one, you know, we call it oni, which is a very famous Chinese cuisine, where also famous dishes from my grandfather. So I always cook this one. And then peanut butter, yeah. And then this one is the black sesame, how we say, black sesame porridge. Yeah, I will always do that. So everything you really can get it by using Thermomix. You just can mix it, and then everything you bought is totally like 100% natural, no editing. Yeah. Yes, that's just nice. So because the second is look different. Yeah, this one is my TM31. So it's the older version of Thermomix, which is actually owned by my mother-in-law. So after that recently I just bought a new one, TM6, so that actually I use it both together. Yeah, I use it both together. So you see, while I'm talking, chit-chatting, if you at home kan sebenarnya you can go and check out with your anak what he or she doing. But so after 5 minutes you come back, almost done. You see. So we have a few more seconds to go. Oh, I smell the very nice date smell. Yeah, kawan, you should try this at home. Okay, so we have another 5 more seconds. See, so all about Thermomix that you can really get a very good timing. See, siap sudah. Okay. After that, ask you to keep the measuring cup. And then we continue again for another 10 seconds to kasi mix up everything. Okay. If you are using hand mixer, you definitely will like need to stand there and then this one no need, dia buat sendiri. Okay, so next. Okay, wah, punya cantik oh. Wait, I show you all. Takkan saya cakap sendiri, shot sendiri kan, so I will show you. You see, you get a very nice gravy. Nampak kah? So you see everything mixed well sini. So you no need to kacau-kacau atas itu apa stove everything. So after that you just need to pour it to let it set aside. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to add add 2 tablespoons of sodium bicarb in my mix into my this one mixing. So everything get begitu kamu saja. So you get 2 tablespoons. Okay, so 2 tablespoons. It's not tablespoon, sorry, teaspoon. Kalau last time guys, before baking, I will always confuse tablespoon and teaspoon. But now, by using the Thermomix, lama-lama I also learned how to differentiate between a teaspoon, tablespoon. Okay, so then I mix it and I mix it again. Okay, so I will transfer it aside, and then after that I will go and wash it to dry it. Okay, so I hand it to Hemy first because I need to go and wash my bowl. Okay. Hemy.
Hi, it's me again. Okay, so I'm going to share screens, Kaja. You have to bear with me lah. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so Thermomix is all you ever need. So just now, she was telling you about her TM31. It's actually our 7th generation. After TM31, it became TM5, and now the latest one is TM6, which is the Wi-Fi connected touchscreen model. So that's the one that we are using right now. So what does it replace? It's got more than 25 functions with about 16 feature modes, which shortly one of the chefs will explain to you. So these are all the equipments appliances that you no longer need to put on your kitchen, in your kitchen cabinets, on the tabletop. So you actually save a lot of space. There was one particular person who showed us her entire house was about 800 square feet. And she had kids and all that. And this is the only one machine she has. So it was so super convenient for her. And she actually cooks every day so effortlessly because it can replace all these. So we have this, it of course replaces the blender. So you don't have to wash the blender. And the best part about Thermomix is you actually can remove the blade at the bottom and wash it separately. It will replace all the food processors. So people with young children, like my son, when he started on his solids and all that, I actually used it to make baby food. So I don't have to separately buy a baby food processor for him. And then of course a mixer lah, because like butter cake, you won't believe, it takes about a minute to make the batter. And then the thing that takes long is actually putting it into the oven. Batters and all that is so easy to make. You just chapa everything. It will mix it up for you, and you actually do it. Even roti, making your own toast. Like I don't buy toast from outside anymore. I'm so sorry, Gardenia. So sorry, Massimo. I don't buy you anymore because I make my own toast. It's like about between 2 to 7 minutes, 5 minutes, kneading is done. And it actually mimics how professionals do it. Like Chui was explaining that baking, anyone can bake because the machine is actually baking for you. So it goes like 5 times clockwise, once anti-clockwise, just as how apparently a professional baker would do. I wouldn't know because I'm no baker. So that is done. I made my own soya bean milk, Can you believe it? Like you don't need a soya bean maker just to make one thing. This one machine can actually make your soya bean juice, which was also a very banger thing that I made. And then it makes, it actually it's got this mode called egg boiler mode. So you can put in like 6 eggs inside this mixing bowl, and then you can actually pick the yolk. So all the yolks are going to be the same, so you're not going to get like overcooked or undercooked kind of what is this egg yolks. It's going to be like so symmetrical, so consistent kind of cooking. So what else we have? Like scale, just now what Chui was saying, you don't have to separately scale. Actually with Thermomix, all you need is that measuring spoons, tablespoon, teaspoons, quarter teaspoon and all that. That's the only thing you need. You don't need the measuring jug. You don't need. You also don't need measuring cups because everything is actually inbuilt. It will measure along. So you don't have to pre-prepare when you're making, like myself, when I'm actually baking and all that, I just tuang terus, from the packet. And then even my sugar canister also, I just like, I don't have to like scoop it out and I don't have to do that. It's so much easy. Bread maker, you don't need. I tell you, bread maker costs about what, 3,000 ringgit. And apparently you need like overnight or about 45 minutes or something like that. This one, it will make bread in like 5 to 7 minutes. You prove it and then you just put it into the oven, 40 minutes, 30 minutes, and then your bread is done. You don't need a special bread maker. Then you want to clean and all that. It's so messy. This is so much easier. Slow cooker also you don't need. So I've cooked mutton. Usually I cook mutton in my multi-purpose cooker just to make it soft. I think daging also you actually do that. But surprisingly with Thermomix, I just cooked for 40 minutes. I didn't even use slow cook mode now. Because of the stainless steel bowl, It conserves the temperature. And because of the heat, it actually cooks my mutton perfectly. It is so, so cool. Okay, let's see. Is Chui done? Oh yeah, she's already done. So I'll stop sharing and then I'll come back to you lah. Okay, let me see. How do I do this? And
Okay, so I already cleaned up, and of course you have to make sure it's dry. Then you bolehlah guna your kain kayangan ka or any kain to kasih apa to kasih clean and dry it. Okay, so actually you can, kalau you already have TM6, actually you can use the pre-clean mode untuk kasih clean kan dia juga boleh. Okay. So after that, I will continue to add in sugar. Okay, sugar. So the sweetness it depends on up to you kan. So some people they like the very sweet because kurma itself, some of the kurma sudah manis kan. So the sweetness actually can depend yourself. So you can either use white sugar, brown sugar. So it's also up to you lah kan. Tuang saja. Okay. So because I don't like that sweet, so I put agak-agak lah lebih kurangnya 170 gram, 170 gram. So lepas tu insert my mana sudah. Okay. Yeah. You know what it's going to do? You see it. Because while baking, normally many types of different sugar kan. We have custard sugar, icing sugar, but using Thermomix, you can get, walaupun like you didn't buy icing sugar, but you still can get, see, so cantik kan.
wow.
Yeah, so you still can get icing sugar by using Thermomix saja. After that, you insert the butterfly. Make sure you insert it correctly. Okay, I'll show you. So, okay. So how to, because there are the two ends kan, so you make sure you insert correctly lah. So insert the butterfly wreath. Okay, so next thing, okay. And then add the butter. Make sure the butter is soft enough. Okay. So add my butter inside. So you see everything, you just can do campak saja, lepas tu mix. Okay. And then next, lid. Oops. So how gorgeous. So powerful. Okay, and then you have to scrap down because some of the mixing might be apa, so you have to scrap down saja. Okay, so yeah. So like even though you are first time baking kan, by using Thermomix kan, like memang macam jadi pro sudah tu. Even though I've seldom baked last time, but after I using Thermomix kan, I bake quite often. Like the cake that I tidak pernah coba, like chiffon cake. Hemy itu apa? Japanese soft cotton. Okay, itu pun. Okay, so you can mix. By using Thermomix kan, dia memang perfect. Why? Because you can get a very perfect temperature for you to cook for the dish that you prefer. Like for example, like macam broccoli like you can get this high temperature cooking, but only available in the cookie dough. Even though you can make dodo tau, you see, I saw a lot of my friends buat kue dodo during this bulan Ramadan. Ya, I punya suka nampak airnya pun keluar. And then broccoli. If you use stove kan to masak broccoli, sometimes you will get overcooked lah. But most of the time when I cook broccoli lah dulu kan, I will get broccoli yang tak cukup masak, which I don't really like it. But with using Thermomix, we can really get. My son really like it. You see, so sambil cakap sudah sampai 1 minute. Okay, so let us see. Oh, already get the creamy state. Okay. Okay, so add one. Okay, okay. So now I'm going to add in the apa? Oh, I have to lift this up because gonna mix the apa? Telur ke dalam. This one. So you can stop it because already all the mixing already mixed. Yeah. So after that, can remove the butterfly wings. Okay. Then add in vanilla extract. If you like, you can put it. If you tidak suka, then you can whatever. Depends on personal preference juga lah. Okay, I just put some so that it can smell good. Lepas tu, this one I put in self-raising flour. Even self-raising flour, you also can mix it by using Thermomix. So 170 grams. Mix it. So jangan lupa, because we are doing the pudding, sticky pudding, date pudding kan, tapi this is watak utama, jangan lupa. So kena simpan balik sini. Okay, simpan, and then okay. Okay, kasih cover bag. And you just mix it. Okay. So bagi tunjukkan kamu semua the mix rumah. Sorry. Okay. hampir siap. Lepas tu boleh simpan ke our loaf tin. Lepas tu kamu boleh scrap down lah, kasih mix. Cantik kan semua? Nampak tak? Astaga. Nampak? Nanti terjatuh. So see, very nice kan? So I will point to my itu. Lepas tu kita boleh kasih bake sudah. Ya. Okay. Nanti saya bagi kamu semua tengok. Lepas mixing. Tunggu sekejap. Okay, so lepas tu you put inside into oven. Okay, so this part okay sudah. So I will put this to oven. I will pass it to our next chef. Okay, how long? Oh, sorry. 180 degree. Lepas tu about like 50 minit lah. So if kalau dia sudah masak, you can actually try and see. Maybe depends on individual punya oven temperature juga. Okay, so saya kasih simpan di oven dulu ya. Okay.
Kumu, are you ready?
Okay, so we pass to the next chef. Thank you, everyone.
Hi. So I thought it was Jaya first. I will start with my dish. Just a moment. Okay, today I'm doing banana and oatmeal with kurma energy breakfast bars. So it's a very, very easy one. You can find it on cookie dough itself. So on cookie dough, it's named as banana oatmeal energy bars. So the first step will be preheat your oven. Grease your square tin. So this is my square tin already greased. 100 gram pizza dates. Okay, here are my dates. If you have a lot of extra dates, this is what you should do. Okay, so 100 grams. Okay, and then you cover it. It will chop it up for you, okay? So it's supposed to be turbo 2 times. Okay, just a moment. Yeah. So the arm gets locked when it's turbo. So the dates that were big and chunky, it's all chopped up now, okay? It's all chopped up. So what you should do is you scrape it down. Next step is add walnut, okay? So this recipe calls for walnut and rolled oats, okay? So in other words, only one kind of nut. So I'm actually adding cashew nut, pistachio, and walnut. So up to you lah if you want to add additional or not. So I'm actually doing it for my husband because yesterday I already did for my boys. My boys are under 2, so we don't add sugar yet in their desserts. So yes, this is perfectly safe for a toddler. You add the nuts, all kind of folic acids, and you have date for the sweetness. And apart from that, we have banana also. So let me add the walnut. I'm also adding the pistachio and cashew nuts. Okay, so slightly above. And then add rolled oats. I have these oats. You can buy any oats just without sugar. So I'm actually using these oats from Amazing Grace. Another 100 grams of this. Okay, next. You have coconut, desiccated coconut. So kalau you beli yang pack pun boleh. This one I just bought from the uncle who made his own coconut. So just 50 grams of it. And 2 bananas. So approximately, when you go to your grocery, there is a section. Okay, at my grocery, there's a section to buy bananas. The fresh bananas, which is like without the black ones, are always much more expensive because people want to have fresh banana. And then these kinds, they will sell it for untuk buat cekodo, or the ones that are rotting away for a lot cheaper price. So I got all these for RM1. Okay, these are the kind of things we buy during with Thermomix, so that you can make banana bread, you can make this kind of dish because the ripened banana is much more sweeter. So no need additional sugars, okay? So I'm adding my banana here. So next time when you go and do your shopping, if you see, kenapa yang coklat-coklat tu lagi murah, nak buat apa? Belilah, buat banana bread dengan Thermomix, cepat je. Oh, buatlah energy bars. Anak pun suka. Of course, they don't like black banana, but it's so sweet. It has so much of health in it, right? So you add it into such desserts, delicacies. Okay, and I need cinnamon. Just a moment. I forgot. Okay, this is my cinnamon. Okay, cinnamon also, I don't buy cinnamon powders anymore. We use cinnamon and I mill my cinnamon with Thermomix. Okay, so, and sea salt. And then next, cover it up. So if you like additional sugar, your banana is not too dark, or your kurma is not the gebu-gebu, gemuk-gemuk punya, you can have honey, okay? So I'm not adding honey because my banana is already very ripe. So this part, twice. And that's about it. So we are done with my energy bar. So remember, I add nuts. I add nuts and everything, right? So let me show you just a while. I missed the one step, that's why. So with turbo, the arms always lock because the just mix it up. With turbo, the arms will lock up because it's a very high speed. Just a while. So it chops up everything. I didn't put it sekata tadi, so it didn't move much. Okay, there you go. How am I going to show it? So while I do this, I just have to scrape down everything now. So you see, my cashew nut, my walnut, banana, apa lagi, pistachio, everything is done in about seconds. Okay, so now you flatten it out and put it into your oven. So while I do it, here you go. Just flatten it out for your bars and you bake it. Okay, while I'm doing this, let me tell you about here. Fast, fresh, easy, all in Thermomix. Okay, what does fast, fresh, easy? Easily said, you don't have to buy everything for your house anymore. Okay, let's say you are baking. Your baking calls for icing sugar or custard sugar or whatever. You just buy normal sugar and let Thermomix mill it for you. Icing sugar is done. You want to have what is it? Watermelon juice. Watermelon juice, belilah buah watermelon. You don't have to add additional sugar. Just look out. Okay, any fresh juice is right at home. Let it be lemonade, watermelon, asam boy, is all without additional sugar. So without additional sugar, what you want to buy, right? Of course, it's healthier. And best part is fruit juices are always high in vitamin C. Vitamin C, why do we need? Okay. Now COVID is done. COVID is done. You tak payah nak, hopefully you tak payah ada pandemic lagi, nak quarantine. But you have always have to be worried about immunity. Immunity always help. Vitamin C always helps with immunity. Okay, so here you go, my dates. My breakfast energy bar. So what I do now is you score it, okay? You just score how you buy your bars in the shop with additional sugar. Lepas tu makan sedap je. Tapi tengoklah dekat belakang tu berapa banyak dia letak gula. And all these right at home, and as you see, there was no additional preservative, no sugar. So this is how you bake it. Okay, so you add it into the oven for 30 minutes, 180, or until the edges turn brown. And then it's out, it's done. Okay, so let me put into the oven in a bit. Meanwhile, I'll tell you about this. Fast, fresh, easy. So I said about juices. I said about milling. So I said about sugar earlier. You also can mill like your cinnamon to cinnamon powder, or you can make chicken powder stocks, because the motor of this engine technology is very fast. So you put in like anything, you put in chicken cube, you will mince up for you, and then you will dry up. After you dry it out, you can make your chicken powder. So this is one of the many. The turbo mode is what I use with my nuts study. Cashew nut, peanut, any nuts. You're gonna give your baby, okay? Before 1 year old, usually we tell babies you need to introduce all kind of allergens so that they are not sensitive to it. They don't develop allergic reaction. They don't have reaction to it. So you have to expose them within 18 months. So you give lah your cashew nut, your pistachio, but you cannot bagi biji-biji. Lepas tu you nak duduk potong-potong. Tak payah. Masuk je Thermomix. It will rinse, it will mince up everything. So when I cook porridge, I just put cashew powder on top, or you just put pistachio powder. So they are sensitized to all these most common allergens. Then another one I wanted to speak about is the multi-layer cooking. I'm not sure if a lot of you have been watching from initially. I am here actually cooking my nasi lemak for lunch. So while I'm doing everything, now my kacang goreng is gorenging, so I don't have to be there, no oily stove. Before this, I was making nasi lemak. If anyone saw earlier, I used this right here. Because while the rice was cooking, the egg was also boiling, and my tauge also steamed. So tauge done, egg done, rice done. And you don't have an oily kitchen. So after this, I'll be making my sambal. Okay, right here also, no oily kitchen, nothing. So this is what we call as multi-layer cooking. So if you plan everything, bila your mee curry tengah boiling, your mee can be steaming up here, tauge, sawi, telur. So multi-layer cooking makes everything easy. For me, I'm a mom of 2. So when I make for my babies, baby porridge, I tak letak dalam simmering basket. I cook in this mixing bowl. In the simmering basket, I put egg, I put chicken. You see, my kacang dah goreng habis dah. Kacang ikan bilis. So while I'm doing other work, things are getting done. Lunch will be served. My boys will be out from their nap soon. So everything is done. And I already made the bars for snacks. Everything is so easy. So if you ask why Thermomix, because it makes everything possible. On a normal day, I would never try to make energy oat bars. No chance. Who's going to cut? Who's going to wash the blender? But now everything's so done. After this, I just have to put this in pre-clean mode, and it's also clean. And on the other side, of course, if you have one Thermomix, it's how easy you get egg steamed, you get veggie done. My tauge was already steamed, my rice was already cooked. I just have to cut the cucumber now. Cucumber you have to cut, okay? All right, that's all from me. Passing over to Jaya.
Hi. Okay, thanks, Kumu. Okay, I'm Jaya. Okay, now it's all about date, right? So I'm gonna show you how to do Jus Pisang dates, okay? And then all you need is about 200 grams of milk, and then about 2 bananas, okay? And then 2 dates, which has been de-seeded, and about 20 grams of cashew, okay? So I'm just gonna show you, this is just gonna take 1 minute, okay? So it's very, very convenient. Why? Because Thermomix is always on your countertop, right? So you don't have to, like, you know, take your juicer or blender or anything, okay? So it's just on the countertop and you can make it for breakfast, okay? Because, you know, dates are like super healthy, and even what you call bananas. So now the dates are in, cashews are in, and banana, and also milk, okay? So within 1 minute, it will be done. Okay, so I'm just gonna cover it, okay, with the lid, okay? And then it's manual mode, so 1 minute. And just about speed 10, but I'll increase it gradually. Please bear with me because it will be noisy, okay? All right, and it's done. Okay, why 1 minute? Because there were also cashews in that, okay? The thing is, if not, you can just reduce the time. And it's done. Okay, who wouldn't want a breakfast in just 1 minute, right? So it's done, my Jus Pisang dates. Yeah, it's done, okay? All right, so within a minute, you can have healthy breakfast just at home, and it's gonna self-clean for you, okay? So that is the amazing part of Thermomix. Okay, now, I mean, we have done dates pudding, and then energy bar, and now it's all about Jus Pisang dates. Okay, now let me just share about just a little on cookie dough, okay? So cookie dough is literally, okay, I'm just going through this. It's actually the world's largest guided cooking library, okay? We have got about 80,000 recipes in it, and still counting. And okay, you can also personalize the collection in it, okay? That means you can push it into your own savings, okay? Your own, what do you call them? Albums, okay, diaries, okay, it's like that. So you can access from your MacBook, you can access from your laptop. Then what else? It's also from Thermomix as well, okay? So, and then you can also customize your recipe. Let's say you have got your mom's or grandma's special recipe, so you can customize the recipe as well. So like that is your mother's signature rendang, okay? So you can customize that, okay? We have got that in, initially we never had that, but now we have got that because our cookie dough is 3.0. Okay, and then we can weekly plan all our menus, okay? So we can plan, okay, just take your mobile, and then it's because it's sync, right? So you can plan, and then you can all the ingredients, you can just push all the ingredients into your shopping cart, and you can even share that with your husband so that he can do the grocery shopping, okay? And on another note, okay, there's like, it's so much easier for you because you can do all your meal prep in it as well. Like, you know what's next, So it's really, really convenient. Okay, I love the shopping cart option, okay, shopping list, okay. So it is super easy. And then for 6 months, when you get your Thermomix for 6 months, it is entirely free. It's literally 1+6 because one is upon you like signing up in Kukido, okay, that's via your mobile. And then another 6 months when you turn on your machine and you log in. But please don't forget your username and your password, very, very important, okay? And each time in your mobile, please log in, okay? Because some of y'all don't log in. You just click into your Kukido, search your recipe, but then towards the end of the day, what happens is you get to see all the ingredients, but then you can't see the method, okay, of cooking. So you have to log in, okay? And then, okay, what else? Like I told you, 80,000 recipes, even a lifetime is not enough for you to try all the recipes. And then you can also do your manual cooking as well. Okay, now it's, after expiration, it's about USD $59, maybe about 20 ringgit a month, okay? So that is literally worthy, okay, for you to renew, and it's about a year, okay? And then, usually regarding Kukido, regarding Thermomix, we will always share more whenever you get your Thermomix. Okay, now there's black as well. I believe Hemy would have shared. So I think, let me share about some of the features in this machine, which is slow cook mode. Okay, I love the slow cook mode. Why? Because the stews, the chicken soup, I believe all this, soup, daging, all will be yummy, super yummy. And then there's fermentation mode where you will be able to make all your yogurt. And then we can also make, if you are a fan of idli, thosai, okay, you can use the fermentation mode. And then there is also, you have got the blender, you have got the rice cooker mode. Okay, rice cooker mode is all about your one pot dish, your clay pot, chicken rice. Okay, so all that is about a rice cooker mode. And egg boiler. Literally, you'll be using your Thermomix from morning until evening. Okay, I do. Okay, so egg boiler mode, which type of egg do you prefer? Hard-boiled egg, medium, kopitiam style, okay, all that. And then many love this pre-cleaning mode. Okay, it makes our life so much more easier. Okay, let me touch a little bit on pre-cleaning mode, because you have got dough mode. Dough mode, you use it when you make any dough, pizza dough or any dough, any kind of dough. When you clean, please use the dough mode. For universal mode, like for our daily cooking, okay, you saute anything or you're gonna make some curry. So all that we use our universal mode. Okay, so fat or caramel, it is already there. So you know that anything like caramelizing and all that stuff, you use your fat or caramelized. Okay, and the last one, okay, let me share for browning. Okay, what happens is when you do anything which involves browning, please allow the mixing bowl, which is this, to cool down first. Okay, because when you use the browning mode, your bowl is already like heated up. Okay, it's hot. Then don't immediately go and use your pre-clean and the browning mode. Why? What happens is it is gonna heat up further, because that is how it cleans. It's gonna heat up further. So at that point of time, what happened is, because it's beyond what it could stand, so your rubber, there are chances, okay, your rubber at the bottom of the the mixing bowl can melt. So always remember, when you're using the browning mode, please allow your mixing bowl to cool down, and then you can use your browning mode. It's not that you shouldn't be using, but there's always a technique to use it. Okay, so I think that's about it, because I'll be passing it over to Hemy to wrap up, and then we'll be showing our end result of the dishes. Okay, thank you so much, and back to you, Hemy.
Thank you, Jaya. You, as usual, look very beautiful today. Okay, so we have already seen a drink, and we saw a breakfast, I mean a main dish, a breakfast dish, and then Chui made a dessert. So that is how versatile the machine is. So the next thing is what? Sudah ke? Oh, I didn't introduce the chefs, by the way. So these are all their IG. You can actually go back and follow them. They make amazing food. I'm so sorry about this. And Jaya also does organizing and all that. She's got her own her own business doing cookies, and also you can actually go through her IG and check her out as well. Okay, so what is the first dish that you would cook? Like, would you make a main dish? Would you make a dessert or a drink? What would you do if you were to own a Thermomix at only 9 ringgit a day? Because the calculation is such that if you were to pay for 24 months a day, it would come up to about 9 ringgit plus, about 9 ringgit 30 cents or so. And then the best part about buying is we don't generally give discounts, but it comes with a lot of gifts. So what kind of gifts that you can get is, surprise, we have this limited edition, sleek and handsome black Thermomix. I think you saw Dr. Kumu using just now. She's got the Beauty and the Beast right next to each other. One belongs to her husband and one belongs to her, apparently, because they both cook along. That is so amazing. So actually the price is 7,188, but for the white, you have a 200 ringgit cash rebate. So that is 6,988. And they both come with a host gift. So if you get the black, you would get a 2.6 liter thermoserver. So thermoserver means it's a stainless steel dish where you can keep your dishes warm. Or if you were to put some ice cream in it, you can actually put it in the freezer and it stays frozen. So with the white, you actually get 2 mini thermoservers, 1 liter each. So you get to use like for your rendang, and you can also use it for your, your gelata, your achar and things like that. So if you were to pay, like, this comes with, there's 3 different options. It is so convenient because each of us have our own priorities. We have our own commitments. So some of us would rather pay cash because we do not want to have that monthly commitment. It could be high in a month. So if you pay cash, you get Thermomix carry bag worth 380 ringgit as a gift, an additional gift to the thermoservers. Or if you want to use a monthly installment using your credit card, like you don't want to think about it, you just want the credit card to roll, you would get a One Pot Wonders cookbook worth 160 ringgit. So this is like what Jaya was mentioning just now. You actually use your mixing bowl to make all your clay pot chicken rice, or you want to make your mee goreng mama and all that. Those are One Pot Wonders. So it's like easy for a family of, like, if you have 2 to 3 children, you just want to cook in a haste, like 20-30 minutes, your dish is done. So this is great. Or if you have another option, it's called a deposit plus an installment. So you pay a deposit. So for the black, it's about 3,188. For the white is 2,988, and then monthly it goes up to about 18 months, about 222 ringgit 30 cents. So it's pretty much like your, your water filter system, Cove. I mean, Cove you pay for 5 years, and then if you calculate, if you were to pay upfront 3,500, or you pay that monthly, if you were to calculate, Cove actually pays is actually more expensive than Thermomix itself. I'm not taking Kobe. I myself have Kobe at home. But what I'm trying to tell you is, to put things into perspective, this machine is actually not expensive as compared to what we actually have at home. It's because, like, since we're paying it installment basis, you don't actually see it getting heavy in our pockets, like, in that sense. Okay, so we, like, we like to share, like, Thermomix, our community is very big on after sales service. So if you notice, all of us are very friendly, all of us are friendly advisors. We have a lot of classes going on. We start off with free delivery, like right now, these are all sent via DHL, but if you would like it to be delivered to your front door, you could actually arrange it with your advisor and tell them that you want a front door delivery. Some of us actually wrap it up. I've done that before for Valentine's, and then for birthdays, for anniversaries. And then when we come over, we do free unboxing service with you. So usually what happens is we would unbox it with you, like how, I would explain every accessory and things like that. and then we would actually cook a dish with you so that you don't stumble and things like that. We would do it along with you. And then, like I mentioned about our WhatsApp group, we have a personal support group. A lot of us have personalized relationship. We are very big on that. We take care of our own customers. We take care of our our teammates, customers, because it is so important to make sure that as far as the Thermomix community is concerned, we take care of each other. So that's why a lot of people think it's an MLM business. It's not an MLM business. These are direct sales. It's just that you don't buy and we say buy. You buy, and then we always have this communication going on. We ask you, so what did you do today? What did you cook today? Is there anything that you need? Did you have any problems? So like Jaya was mentioning about how there were cases of the base, the ring melting and all that, is because they asked us, and then through the group, we found out that sometimes it gets a bit too heated and things like that. So that is how we actually help out each other. We also have online recipe communities. We have FB pages, we have Instagram pages. You can follow all of us. You want to follow all of us, it's also fine, because all of us will be sharing different things. Like we have our Ramadan cookbook that came along. We had all those great dishes. A lot of us tried the desserts, drinks, the main food and all that. We have a 4 p.m. IG live show going on. We did that for a month. All of us cooked like for about half an hour. It was so amazing because we stuck to the Ramadan theme. And then those were IG live on our own personal shows. And then we have like such as these, our cooking shows and things like that. And then we have demos in the HQ itself. We actually have a physical building in Kota Damansara. So if a lot of them ask like, how long is your warranty? It's for 2 years. If it's for home base, if it's commercial, then it's a year. And then you could actually bring the machine over. There was one particular customer who had scratches on the base. I think her husband was a bit rough or something like that. So it was immediately replaced. We are very quick. You just have to call or contact your advisor, and we would actually get it done immediately. Okay. So, I forgot to mention, Jaya mentioned about Cookie subscription. So it's like this. So when you buy the machine, we would ask you to subscribe to a Cookie on your phone itself. So you would get 1 month free subscription. And then when the machine arrives in your house, usually the very next day, but we are closed for Labor Day is today, and for Raya a few days. So the next pickup delivery is on the 5th of May onwards. If you make your payment today, you would most probably get it on the 5th, 6th, or 7th. We would actually bring it along if you want a home delivery. When you on your machine, you get a further 6 months. So that's like 7 months in total. And then thereafter is about USD 59 annually. So what you get is more than about 80,000 recipes in various languages, which you could Google translate them. And you also get to create your own recipes. A lot of us have our signature recipes, like our grandma's recipe and our mom's recipe. So you could actually insert it, and then you could use it to go like next. So like if you have like an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old going off to college and all that, you could actually send this with them, because it's only it takes up about 1,500 watts. So it's not a very electricity consuming kind of machine that they could actually bring over to, you could bring to a homestay. You can actually send it to like a hostel and things like that. We've had customers who did that. They send their kids off to Australia. They bring the Thermomix along, because this cookie dough, it's amazing. You actually only need one account where 5 devices can combine. So like you saw Chui having 2 machines, she could use one cookie dough subscription for 2 machines itself. But I'm not too sure, because that was her mother-in-law's one, right? I have to ask Chui lah, kan. So that's what cookie dough is about. So it's about 80 cents a day in that sense, and you get more than 80,000 recipes. So it's actually a good thing. It's not just recipes per se, is you've got articles, you can generate your shopping grocery list. You could actually save your favorites. You have folders, one for your husband, one for your kids. You can create folders for parties, and like for Raya coming up, you can actually save all those. You can bookmark it. It's amazing. A lot of them think that the machine can only be used online, but actually you can use it offline. You just have to bookmark it, and then you can bring it anywhere. Like you want to go glamping and things like that, you can actually use it offline. Okay, so well, Thermomix is all you ever need. Like Jaya was telling, she was not joking when she said that she uses it from morning till night. Kumu is a full-time medical doctor, and she comes home, she cooks. She's got a pair of twins, and she cooks amazing dishes. She cooks for the children. They started on solids and things like that. She does everything on her own kind of thing because it's so effortless. You can make like drinks, desserts, main dish. You want to make porridge. Kamyong prawn is you actually stir fry it for like what, 4 minutes. I make squid. You want to take out the water, it actually takes out the water for you. It's amazing. Chili crab, Sri Muka, Tepong Pelita, Dodol, you name it lah. You can do anything lah. There's no such thing as nobody can cook. Everybody also can cook one. Okay, and then life with Thermomix. You saw what life was before Thermomix. Life with Thermomix is, yes, family eating together, because right now, usually the moms would cook and then they have to clean and go and bathe usually, and then come back and eat on her own sometimes, like our grandmas and mothers used to do, but now not anymore, because you have the pre-clean mode, like what Jaya mentioned. And then like a lot of us during the lockdown, we started working from home, and then kids were online. So you actually get to cook and work together. Like if you've seen my Insta, I actually feed my 1-year-old, and I have the chopping board. And as I'm cutting, I'm actually champaking. I mean, I'm putting it into the Thermomix and it cooks on its own. That's exactly what I do. And of course, when you have kids involved, you should follow one of our advisors. Her name is Azza. She's got like when she was down with COVID and all that, she was quarantined. But because she had the phone cookie dough, she would just sync it with the machine. And her 2 older daughters, they're secondary school students. They were actually cooking every day for the rest of the family. So it actually cultivates good eating habits in children. You got to start them young, kan? Melentur bulu biala dari robok, isn't it? So that's how they would survive, because now we have COVID. In future, we actually don't know what's going to happen. And then of course we all like auto cooking, auto washing. So if our parents moved to automatic washing machines, then I don't think it's a wonder to convert ourselves to automatic cooking. And the best part is it actually washes on its own, which is a real winner lah, especially if you have oily stuffs and you want to whip cream and things like that. You don't have to rendam with hot water and all. Best part is beautiful clean kitchen. You saw Jaya's kitchen. Jaya's got this beautiful kitchen, and she just didn't make it for today's show. You follow her every day. Memang her kitchen is spotless lah. It's amazing. And of course, at the end of the day, is investing in good health lah. So if you eat right, 20 years down the road, you would of course be investing in good health, because what you eat today, you won't see it immediately. Only after 20 years, you would have those tiga serangkai lah, the diabetes, hypertension, and what is the other one? Our heart disease. So all those cholesterol and things like that, you would only get it after when you hit your 40s, 50s, and things like that. And that's because of all your eating habits from our younger days and things like that. So who else need a Thermomix? So like myself, I'm no chef lah. Cooking enthusiast, yes. I love to experiment, and my husband was always the guinea pig. Families with children, Jaya's got 2 kids. You saw Danish just now. Kumu's got 2 kids as well. Chui is married, I suppose. I'm sorry I didn't ask. I've got 2 kids myself. It will be great, family with children, young children, older children, and busy professionals who eat out, like Kumu is a full-time medical doctor. A lot of us, they have engineers, lawyers, you name it, all of them are actually working mothers. Like in the 21st century, mothers are actually, it's more demanding being a mother now than it was back then. I'm not generalizing women then, but what I'm saying is actually much more fast-paced than what it used to be. And being a busy professional now and a mother, would be great to invest in this machine. So people who are health conscious, because we have keto recipes in the cookie dough, we have vegans, we have you know, so many different. I think Chui is a full-time vegetarian, so you have a lot of recipes in the machine itself. Friends who can't cook, memang tak suka masak lah, it will help because cookie dough goes like next. You just have to follow. And then friends with medical special dietary needs. So if you are, you know, diabetic, you want low sugar, you know, you can actually use all those cookie dough recipes and make your dish, you know, tasty. So you can actually use it as a gift as well. I've seen like, you know, for you want to get married and all that, they put it on a doula, they put a cardboard of Thermomix. So like a lot of weddings now, instead of giving a rice cooker, toaster and all that for as a wedding gift, you might as well just tong 10 people and then get a Thermomix for their wedding, or even a housewarming. Like I bought it because I was about to move into a new condo, and the Thermomix would just be on my island, and that's all that I'm going to need. You could use it for anniversary. Mother's Day is coming up next week, Sunday, birthdays, even employee rewards. We've seen a lot, lucky draws. I get people texting me, you know what, I saw this at DIY, I saw this at so many various pharmacies, you know, they're using Thermomix as a lucky draw and all that, because it's worth it, you know, so much more worth it. So the best way to multiply your happiness is, of course, to share. You eat and you share. So we have this thing called hosting gift. So you would have seen the hosting gift is either a black 2.6 liter thermoserver or 2 mini thermoservers. So what we always do is when we come and unbox with you, we cook along with you, and then thereafter you do a hosting, meaning you bring your friends along, family and friends, and we would cook everything FOC. We just want to share, and then at the end of the day, we pass you the host gift. So like everybody would see that, you know, it's not exactly an expensive machine. It is a machine that comes with presents, and you have like a relationship with us, and we would always be there. We will always be there. We are not going to go anywhere. We just like, if it's not me, it's going to be Azrin, it's going to be Azurin, it's going to be Kumu, it's going to be Jaya. You know, all of us are just going to be around, because if it had lasted from 1883 until now, from the 1960s until now, you have to be rest assured that it's going to be around for the next 50, 60 years or so. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere. And then, we also have HQ demos. What we do is our managers will showcase demonstrations. So we generally will ask guests to come over, and they get to play with the machine, and you get to taste it. This is all free of charge. So you get to smell and all that. So it's like you got to book this, because even though we have uplifted, I think starting from today, you don't have to wear a mask in enclosed areas and things like that, but we are still maintaining the SOPs, and also there's a limited sittings required. So if you need it, you just have to tell your advisors. You can just come over to our HQ. You can see the physical building so that you know it exists, and then come and taste and all that. So it's like buying your iPhone. You don't just buy iPhone. Can you not my mind? You want to get your Samsung. Sorry, I'm an iPhone user. I mean, if you are a Samsung user, then you want to my mind and you want to see and all that. Even like you want to buy VR and all that, you want to play with your PS5, then only you want to buy, right? So it's the same. You come, play, you want to do things with it, you want to ask questions. There will be a lot of us there, so you get to meet us also. Bukan be all celebrity pun, but then it'll be nice to meet, catch up, and no obligations. We're not going to force you. You come for HQ demo, you have to buy. No, it's not like that. We don't do that. We just like to share. We all like to mind masa-masa, so we're just inviting you to mind masa-masa lah. Okay. And then all you want to join us, an advisor, you like what we are doing today, like it's my first show, by the way. I'm hosting for the first time. If you follow me on IG, you would have seen all my live shows and all that, which I did during Ramadan. So I kind of like doing this. I like to talk, eat, and meet new people. I've met a lot of incredible people in Thermomix. Everybody is so positive. I'm pretty certain it's got something to do with good food, because if you eat good food, you tend to have a positive vibe going on. So you wanna join us and all that, you could anytime just ring us up, and we will have some coffee, and we will chat more about this lah, what kind of incentives you get, and what is the career path like. You can just ring us up, okay? And then this is what you will get lah. So at 480 ringgit, you just have to join us with 480. If you don't want to buy the machine, you want to join us at 480, and then you get to win the machine for free. There is a certain criteria involved now, so we can actually talk about it. So you get a trolley bag for free. Like a lot of y'all went back to East Malaysia, and you know, like Kelantan, Terengganu, east of Peninsula and all that. So the trolley bag came in so very handy, because you get to just put it in. It's got rollers at the bottom. Even I bring it, like I'm at my mom's place right now, and actually bring it in the trolley bag. I actually go everywhere with it. Like, so convenient. So if you want to have like a drink, or you want to have like a quick mee goreng or something like that, it's so convenient because you get to cook it anywhere. Excuse me. You saw some of them using the flip chart. So it comes with a flip chart. It's got an ingredient bag. A lot of us, because we want to go plastic free, can. Excuse me, sorry. You can use this ingredient bag and go grocery shopping because it's so large. It's very wide. You get to, you know, do your grocery shopping with it. And it comes with a Thermomat. This baking mat is so cool, okay? I actually roll my chapati in it and actually bake my cookies into the oven because it can stand up to 230 degrees in the oven as well. Okay, so this is my last slide. Okay, so thank you all for joining. Thank you for waiting so long. I hope you all will get a Thermomix because it's so worth it. And the best part is you get to choose whether you want a white or a black, and that offer only stays this month because it was distributed worldwide and our country only got a certain amount of limited units, and you know our country very small can. So we are hoping that we would share this and tell everybody to quickly grab it. And if at all they're going to give us another new stock, probably it's going to be, you know, not in the nearest future. So rugi lah if you don't get the black now, can. So that's about it from me. So I'm going to stop sharing. So what do I do now? Do I say bye to everybody? Hello?
The end result of the dishes.
Oh yeah, yes, the end result. Thank you, Jaya. I'm so sorry. We'll start with Chui. I'm so sorry. So sorry. So Chui can show your end result, your dishes, and then we'll go one round.
From the oven. See? Because guests are coming to my house. Yeah, so this is the sticky dates pudding. So they also put some, you can put some cream, you know, so nice kan. When I bake the date, I can smell itu so harum. I'm so sorry for those yang puasa, but you know, this is what you can make. Okay, so from me, oh sorry, yeah, that is my old machine, TM31. I'm cooking lunch for my son. So you see, okay. Yeah, that's
Thank
from
you,
me.
Chui. Okay, next is Kumu.
Hi, so this is my energy bars.
Wow.
So it's so simple. If anyone does follow my Instagram, my twins had this for breakfast because it's safe for babies. So yeah, and my nasi lemak is cooking. So join me on Instagram. And selamat Hari Raya, everyone.
Bye. Okay, Jaya. Where's Jaya? Hi, Jaya. Thank you, Jaya.
Okay, this is my
Wow,
Jus
check out
Pisang
the goblet.
Kurma. Okay, so this is what I had for breakfast. Have fun and do follow all of us on our Insta page. Thank you and Selamat Hari Raya. Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Okay, Selamat Hari Raya. Safe journey. Stay safe. Next week, we do not have a cooking show, but because it's Mother's Day, but we have something else coming up. So stay tuned. Okay. So that's it for now. Bye. Selamat Hari Raya.
Bye.
Can
Selamat
I
Raya
have the other
semua.
chefs staying behind so that we can actually have a group photo?
Okay.
Thank you all for joining. Siapa nak ambil gambar ni? Jaya is always camera ready lah. Kakak.
Take photo, but where's Kumu?
Kumu, mana Kumu ni? Kumu nak buat nasi lemak kot. Kumu? Kumu? Okay, Kumu came already.
Okay,
I actually want to
everybody.
show my baju.
Wait, Wah, Hemy.
Hey, wait.
Siapa tu tadi?
Okay, waiting for Kumu.
Mira lah, Amira.
Mira, hi Mira. I baru beli malam tadi tau.
Kumu start or what?
Kumu, you start. Actually, siapa ambil gambar?
I will take a
Okay,
screenshot.
great. So I'm going to stand like this.
Kumu.
Cepat lagi tu dia nak post tu.
I adjust a bit. Okay.
I'm supposed to stand near my rumah kampung
I
kan?
don't know what happened to Kumu. Okay,
Kumu, okay.
Okay, everybody smile, okay? At the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. Okay.
Yay, thank you.
Jaya looks like a poster lah.
Memang, Jaya memang macam
Thank
poster
you.
je.
Okay, selamat Hari Raya.
Selamat Hari Raya korang.
Love
Stay
you
safe.
all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you all the chef. Thank you,
Thank you all so
Hemy.
much. Bye.
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 Bye.